Welcome to the Accessibility and Content Delivery eClip. In this eClip, we will be presenting different strategies that can be used to increase the accessibility of your course learning content. As you go through this presentation, reflect on the accessibility strategies that you currently use in your learning environment and begin to think about how you can further increase the accessibility of your courses by applying some of the strategies presented in this clip. Let's start off by defining accessibility. Accessibility is a term used to describe the degree to which a product, device, service, or environment is available to as many people as possible. Accessibility can be viewed as the ability to access and is often used to focus on people with disabilities or special needs and their right of access to entities, often through the use of assistive technology. Accessibility is strongly related to the concept of universal design, where the approach involves direct access. This is really about making things accessible to all people, whether they have a disability or not. There are 4 principles related to accessibility: perceivable, operable, understandable, and robust. Perceivable involves ensuring that the entity is available through sight, hearing, or touch. Operable means that the entity is compatible with a keyboard or mouse. Understandable involves ensuring that the entity is user-friendly and easy to comprehend. Robust means that the entity works together across all forms of assistive technologies, mobile devices, and browsers. Section 508 is an amendment to the United States Workforce Rehabilitation Act of 1973. It's a federal law that mandates that all electronic and information technology developed, procured, maintained, or used by the federal government be accessible to individuals with disabilities. Technology is deemed accessible if it can be used as effectively by people with disabilities as by those without. Although only applicable to federal entities at the moment, Section 508 outlines best practices that all organizations should strive to model. The 3 disabilities outlined in Section 508 are visual, auditory, and motor sensory. The following slides examine each one of these disabilities and the strategies that can be used to make learning content more accessible for each one. Visual disabilities are divided into 2 general categories: blindness and low vision. Individuals with blindness have absolutely no sight or have so little that learning must take place through other senses. Only 10 to 15% of the visually impaired population is totally blind. People with low vision have severe impairments and need special accommodations, but are still able to learn through vision. There are a variety of strategies that can be used to increase the accessibility of course learning content for individuals with visual disabilities, including saving text as PDFs, using at least 12-point sans serif font like Arial or Calibri, labeling icons, pictures, and links with descriptive labels. For example, instead of labeling a link "click here," label it as Chapter 1 Quiz. All of these strategies aid screen readers in converting written content to audio content. Other strategies that can be used include ensuring that text is appropriately contrasted with the background to aid individuals who are colorblind, and including audio content in your course. Auditory disabilities are divided into 2 general categories: deaf and hard of hearing. Deaf individuals have little or no functional hearing. Hard of hearing individuals have milder hearing loss. There are also individuals who may have an auditory processing disorder, APD, which causes difficulty in processing verbal information. There are a variety of strategies that can be used to increase the accessibility of course learning content for individuals with auditory disabilities, including providing them with additional time to deliver verbal responses, the ability to submit text responses as opposed to oral responses, the captioning of all audio and video files, and providing transcripts for audio-based course content. Individuals with motor sensory disabilities experience limited strength, mobility, and stamina. There are a variety of strategies that can be used to increase the accessibility of course learning content for individuals with motor sensory disabilities, including giving them additional time to complete a task, using email and other asynchronous communication tools, and when possible, having one-on-one sessions with the individual. This training has presented a few of the accessibility strategies that can be used to increase the accessibility of courses. However, there are many more strategies available, and you can find some of them using the links provided to you under the Additional Resources heading. As discussed in this e-clip, accessibility is really about evaluating the needs of your students and identifying the strategies that you can use to increase their likelihood of success in your learning environment.